Good morning. Hey, welcome. James with Team Finish Strong. Just getting a warm up here before our long ride of the series. This is stage 6 we're talking about this morning of the Tour de Zwift, and it is titled appropriately "Go Long." So not the longest ride I've certainly done in Zwift, but long for a series event. 30 something, 34 miles, I think is what it is. I'm doing the A route today, which is a pretzel route in London. So one of their longer routes. It's twice up Box Hill from either side, although I think they give it a different name from the backside. So we're going to be riding around London today, which I actually enjoy. I do enjoy Box Hill. It's a nice little challenge. But that being said, I don't think I am adequately warmed up here for the start, which is in 1:33. It's a little early today. Had a little bit of a late start getting ready. But if you are a quick starter, you can join in. We're going to be launching in 1:20. And hopefully, unlike a SpaceX rocket, we'll be taking off at a more reasonable pace, because we do have some climbing to do today. All right, well, welcome. Feel free to join us in the chat as well. We do have live chat set up here, and we can go ahead and have a conversation while I can. We've got some climbing to do. I'll probably be working hard to get to the top of those hills. But in the meantime, feel free to ask your questions about Zwift or post any comments that you have. Be glad to have you join the conversation. Speaking of which, I better get on over to London here before they shut me out. I don't think I'm adequately warmed up, but we'll see. How many we got today? Only 574. Okay. For a weekend ride, I kind of am surprised, actually. Thought there'd be more. Well, I have plenty of people to draft off of today. We are doing a lot of flat riding to start with, and then the main event, the main course, comes up near the end where we do a ride up Box Hill, I believe the forward, and then we come around, do a little lap around the Classique, and then hit the reverse. Actually, correction, we go up the reverse first, and then I think we hit the forward. And then to the typical finish line, which is down here somewhere near the palace or the castle. I'm not exactly sure where, but somewhere around there to the right. All right. This is a very interesting starting point for the ride. I have not done this route in a long time. So this is a bit unfamiliar to me. Like I said, still warming up, guys. Probably going to keep it a little light and easy on the flats so that I can do some efforts on the hills. Hopefully I'll be warmed up by then. Once again, this is Tour de Zwift. There's our finish line, guys. I believe this is where we're crossing at the very end. But if you've already done this stage, please correct me if I'm wrong. There are 3 different options for the event, and this is the longer of the 3. There is a shorter one that is the out and back course on Watopia, and then there is an even shorter one. I'm not really sure which one that is. So there's always some options depending on your ability level. And of course, once you join the event, you can sort yourself out into whatever group you feel like. So for me, this morning, I feel like a 2.0 watts per kilogram group, just because I am not properly warmed up. If I can stay with this little group here that I've got in front of me, that'd be great. It's a nice sized group. Okay. Here in South Carolina, it's a very frigid start to the day. My pain cave is only 52 degrees. So very cold outside, and a little cold inside at that. And I'm about to lose this group. Yeah, I want to keep this group. I'll keep that group. They look like they're going about the right speed. Okay. If they stay together. Okay. Got the heart rate up there. So we're, what was I saying? Oh yeah, a little chilly today. A little chilly start. For those of you who are waking up to a blanket of snow in the Northeast, pray that you guys weather that okay, no pun intended. And I know what it's like to be stranded without power in a snowstorm. We had a bad snowstorm, I'd say about maybe 3 years ago now, in the middle of winter like this. And we lost power, had no heat, no electricity. And that was for, I think, almost a whole day, or it might have been more than a day. I do remember having the fireplace on all night, try to stay warm, keep the house warm. So I just empathize with those of you who are going through something like that right now. Stay warm and stay safe, folks. Okay. I think this is right where I want to be. Good morning, y'all. We are just a sliver in to a 55 kilometer ride this morning on Zwift. I'll be at it for a little while here today. We got 2 climbs into the Surrey Hills to accomplish. Right now, I'm just trying to get these legs warmed up. How many of you have been able to stick with the Tour de Zwift so far, all 6 stages? How many of you have been hanging on by a thread like me, just trying to keep it moving, try not to miss a stage? That's me today. I think tomorrow is the last day for stage 6, so you got one more shot at it. If you haven't done it yet, if your Sunday is busy or if you're traveling, you got one more try. Now, for those of you who are sort of new to the Zwift experience, there is typically makeup days at the end of every major event like this. So once the series wraps up, you'll start seeing the makeup days offered. And makeup days will typically have every event featured throughout the day. So no matter which event that you are missing, you should be able to find an event that matches. These folks are really crushing it here. Let me see if I got a group behind me. I might just let them catch me instead of trying to go forward here. I truly am still just warming up here. I'm not even prepared to turn my fan on yet. So these efforts are going to feel a little hard until probably another few more minutes, I'm guessing. We got some very motivated people today that are cruising through the ranks. Okay. There we go. All right, so this is Zwift, guys. A virtual riding experience with real-world efforts to power it. It's not a pure video game. I'm not using a game controller to maneuver my avatar. I'm using my legs. So if you've never tried Zwift before, it is about as close to real-world cycling as you can get in the virtual. There are other simulators out there. This one has the added benefit of being one of the most popular, and it has the most routes available to try out, most places to go, virtually speaking. So we've finally broken up into groups here. The rubber band has popped, and everybody's found their groups at this point. And I am quite happy with the group that I have, even though it's a little on the small side. So we'll probably get swallowed by a bigger group coming up from behind. Well, they're kind of still stretched out, so we'll see. So it can be a very relaxing experience for you, or it can be a very torturous experience for you, depending on what you make of it. Are you trying to race it? Are you doing a casual social pace? All these things factor in. We got some folks doing around 3 watts a peeler. I'll just let them go through. Not really looking to do much more than I am right now. Although, I can't find my group anymore. I think they latched on to those guys, and now I'm left going backwards again. One thing about Zwift is certainly you can overdo it. Because of the convenience, because it's right in your home or wherever you're at, you can tend to push yourself more than you would if you were, let's say, 20 or 30 miles from your car and you knew you had to reserve energy to get back. As for me, I had to learn the hard way. A couple years ago, I was trying to do a training regime to get me ready for a bucket list climb I was preparing for, but I think I overdid it, and I went into an overtraining condition that took me literally probably 3/4 of a year to recover from. Not fun. All right, let's see if I can keep up with these guys. But so I've gotten wiser since those days, and a lot more careful about how much effort I put into my Zwift rides. Thank you, Emiano. Appreciate the ride on. And anyhow, so here we are. Now, big events like this, they're spaced really close together, are very tempting to, well, not tempting. It's very easy to fall into messing up your training load. So you just have to be careful. If you have the fitness where you can treat every ride as a race, God bless you, but you have to know your body, As for me, I found a rhythm that sort of works for me, where I try not to do hard workouts more than once a week. Now, if you go back to my stage 2 video, out Zwift, that was like above and beyond hard. That was that actually did not help improve my fitness. It actually made it take a backward step, and that's part of knowing your limits. Gaining fitness is not always about smashing yourself to bits on every ride. It's not how the body works. The body has to have time to recover and rebuild, and it has to have, you can't tear it down all the way to the ground and expect to have gains. You know, you have to stress it, not too little, not too much. That's why having some sort of a measuring tool, metric tool, to help you gauge where you're at, stress-wise, to kind of help you along with the signals your body's telling you. Your body's going to tell you when you're pushing yourself too hard or too frequent. You know, you're going to have sleep problems. You're going to be more fatigued, less fresh for each ride as you push yourself deeper into the red. You'll have performance decreases instead of increases as you ride. These are all early warning signs, and if you ignore those, you'll start to have more serious physiological symptoms, like I had, where you have heart palpitations and just, you know, really more serious effects that I promise you don't want to have to experience. I promise you. The symptoms are so bad that you will definitely not want to ride the bike. That's how bad they are. So anyhow, so that's my little public service announcement against overtraining. I think it happens more often than we realize. And frankly, when you go see a doctor and you tell them you're experiencing XYZ, most of them will not recognize it for what it is, unfortunately. And someone my age, they did a battery test. They're like, I don't see anything wrong. It's because they're trying to diagnose me like someone who has a legit heart problem when it's overtraining. But and I told them about my training schedule and what I thought it might have, how it might have been contributing. But I had to go through a couple months of tests and guesswork and inconclusive results from the medical community for me to kind of start doing my own research into the matter. And that's when I discovered that overtraining is a real thing. And it can be a serious thing. So, anyhow, just a word to the wise, guys. So that's why you've probably noticed, if you've been a long-time viewer of this channel, you've probably noticed that I'm a lot more held back than I used to be. I don't blow myself up on races, and I don't even race that much these days because I'm very careful about protecting my overall heart health. You know, I'm 52. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, and as much as I'd like to feel I could hang with the young guys, reality has set in. So, but in any event, I still love to Zwift race. I just don't know if it's good for me or not. So I will keep, you know, a very close watch on my physical endurance and other metrics, and if I feel that things coalesce well into an opportunity to race, you'll see me out there racing. But it won't be with the frequency I used to have, unfortunately. But I still love to ride and Zwift. So if y'all enjoy these group ride streams, I will do more of them. And post in the comments or the chat if you guys want to do meetups. I did meetups, I think, last year with a little bit of participation. Channel has certainly grown since last year, so I just want to make that opportunity out there again. If you guys want to do, let's say, a weekly group ride, maybe during the week, or a longer group ride on the weekend, maybe you want to get a metric in together, let me know. I'll put something together. Now, just trying to gauge the interest that's out there. All right, well, we're doing really good here. I am on the low end of my tempo scale here, so I'm really glad about that. I'm at, I think, just the right pace that I want to be at. And unfortunately, the lap counter doesn't warn you when the climbs are coming up, so I'm just going to have to keep an eye out. As soon as I cross the Thames, however it's pronounced, I know we're in for some climbing. I am doing today's ride fasted, by the way. Not out of any particular motivation other than I just didn't have any chance to eat. So I don't know how that's going to affect my overall performance. It should in some way, but I'm going to keep pushing it here. 45K to go. I think it's almost warm enough for me to turn my fan on without freezing myself here. Let's see what we got. All right. I guess I should put a plug in for my fan because I really love this fan. If you guys are trying to get your Zwift setup decked out, a fan that can be controlled either remotely or something that adjusts automatically based off of your effort certainly is a big help. There's products out there by Wahoo, I think, and maybe some others that will automatically adjust and connect up with Zwift, just like your trainer. And although I don't have one of those, they would certainly be, I think, a huge benefit. But for me, I just went simple tech and got a pedestal fan that has a little remote control. That way I can go with just a little bit of fan or have hurricane force if it's needed. And that's a real benefit because too little, too much is, as everyone knows, can be a little unpleasant. So having the ability to change the fan speed while still riding is a really nice thing. So you can find those out in your department stores, and they're out there. You can get one. Really good. I know some folks online who have multiple fans. They're surrounded by fans, and that's not necessarily a bad thing either, especially in the summer months when it's probably just going to default to the max. You know, for me, I kind of dislike riding in Zwift indoors in the summer because of just how hot it is. I actually like it a little bit cooler like it is now here in the 50s in this room than I would if it was in the high 70s. And so having lots of fans surrounding you, I guess could certainly be a really good option for you if you just need maximum cooling. I just have the one. All right, looks like the group is pulling away from us. We'll try to hold on here to the back. All right. Anybody know how many laps around London we're going to do before we hit the climbs? How many K in? I really do not know as of yet what the time frame is for us to hit the climbs. The fun part, the suffering. You know it's coming, folks. I know it's coming. I just don't know when. So if you have to leave us, come back in maybe about 10 or 15 minutes. See the good part. Right now, we're going 40K an hour. It's flat, and I'm enjoying it. We got a nice sized group now. Will they stay together, though, is the question. Looks like they will. And as big as this group is, we will probably swallow up a lot of stragglers as we go. And look at that, we got somebody on TT bike. I don't know if that was a mistake or by design, but that is really bold right there. For those of you who don't know, TT bikes get no draft benefit whatsoever. When you're on a TT bike, you could be in a huge group, you will get no draft reduction. Power reduction. So that is tough. Got a variety of bikes out here today. A couple of Tron bikes, identical Tron bikes actually. There's me. We got some Madones. Those are really nice looking bikes. I'm a little partial to Madones. And we got a whole bunch of others. Let me see if I can. Here we go. It's a little bit better view here. We got some entry-level Zwift bikes. We got riders of all abilities here. So, Canyon, Pinarello. I'm sure there's a Cervelo out there, maybe even a Campanola that's represented. So, then there's some stealth bikes, some unknown bikes, and I do not know and I do not recognize. All right, no power-ups. No power-ups for me. So, that's the field we're riding in today, guys. 654 at present. Riding along with us. And we're a little bit past the 50th percentile. Actually, maybe a little ways past that. We're in the bottom third, probably. Which, given the amount of climbing we're doing, is probably exactly where I need to be today. I am no climber, guys. Unfortunately, I am a sprinter. If you want to check out sprints, just rewind one video on the what course was that? The Urban Delights course. That was that stage had a really nice sprint at the end of it. I really enjoyed that one. All right. We are doing backwards, going through the Classique course backwards right at the moment. Just trying to stay with the group that I'm at. And I have, unfortunately, progressed into threshold territory here. So I think I'm a little bit more fatigued this morning than I thought I was. But I don't know, guys. We'll see. Might not be able to do the efforts up Fox Hill like I thought I would. And if that's the case, I apologize. Thought I'd be able to hit some good efforts this morning, but the body is showing signs that maybe it's not ready for it. We'll see. May have been just simply too many days off the bike. What it might have been. I'll note here in another 10 or 15 minutes. If I don't get a second win here, it's probably because I'm still too fatigued from the last ride. We'll see. Well, about to lose the group, I think, unfortunately. This guy can hold on, and I can hold on to him or her. Then we'll make it. Yep. Good. Very good. Okay. I think we're heading out straight now. Going to do the big loop. Yep. So we're going to get most of our flat riding out of the way early. Get that sweat up here. Okay, they're pushing it now. Everybody wants to move. Not sure why they suddenly got motivated. We sort of split. About to split. And then it eases up again. Strange. A little surgy here in this particular group. A little surgy. Looks like we're mostly back together. In anticipation of how long we were going to be today, I got 2 water bottles. So if you're doing this stage, it might be a good idea to have spare. Okay, we're calming it down now. That's good. Heart rate's coming down. You think some folks are already on the climb at this point? I think we got some fast folks already out there. Hard to tell. Oh, can't see. This would be disastrous if this was in real life. Oh well. Dry eyes. Oh, there we go. We are definitely broken up now. Groups are widely scattered. And I pray the Lord will give me the strength to get up these climbs, because I've just still been feeling fatigued here. I'm not going extraordinarily hard. So gotta take it easy here, not do any more pulls. Gonna have to be a wheel sucker, unfortunately. All right. All right, well, London is one of my favorite worlds, partly because of just how many flat roads there are out there. You know, before we had Tempest Fugit, this used to be my favorite world when it was offered. For that reason. You know, every now and then, though, I do enjoy a good hill climb. Every now and then. So if you're curious what it looks like for me to suffer uphill, you can check out some of my other channel videos. I've got a couple of bucket list climbs that I've done in the past few years that were definitely extremely challenging, but oh so enjoyable. Oh so enjoyable. You can check those out. As for the world of Zwift, for some reason, long climbs in Zwift are just not quite the same. Still good training, though. All right. Well, distance-wise, we're approaching the halfway point. Though time-wise, definitely not. All of our climbing is stacked in the last half of the ride today. So if you're thinking we can get this thing wrapped up in about an hour, I don't have any such illusion. If you all want to take a guess as how long it's going to take to finish, I'm thinking probably an hour and 45. Maybe an hour 30. Maybe an hour 30. We're moving along pretty good on the flats. So, hard to say. We'll split the difference and say an hour 35. All right. Y'all can put your predictions in. If you've done this course before, put in your guesstimate in the chat. One thing's for sure, I'm definitely not going to place in the top 50%. Definitely not. Little mini effort here as the group stretches out. Well, I made the cut. Now it's time for other folks to do the same if they want to join us. Okay, looks like they pulled through. Good job. Still have a couple of stragglers. They're probably not going to make it. Unless they rejoin us on this drag here. Oh, I could use a little break. Little break. All right, here we go. I'm going to stretch it again. This time we might not get the opportunity to rejoin. You got folks doing all sorts of efforts. Somebody doing 4 watts a kilo on the front. I'd say they're in the wrong group. They're about to leave the group. Along with a few others here. It looks like the group just got destroyed. Oh well. I gotta save my energy for those last climbs. I can't be doing that kind of craziness yet. I gotta stand up for a second here. Oh. Yep, I think they're going bye-bye. I don't think we're going to catch them. Somebody's trying. We're all split up here. There's really no group left, just a bunch of individual cyclists. Maybe we'll catch up, maybe we won't. Not really any motivation to. It's not a big enough group to catch. Well, this big group just got destroyed, unfortunately. Okay. Now we're caught up. I guess I'll pull through here. Well, the chat's been really quiet today. I think everybody's still asleep. I probably should have joined you this morning. My legs certainly aren't fully awake. Ah, look at that. A little bit of group love in the in-game chat. If you didn't catch it, it said love my group. Yay. All right. Time to take it easy for a second here. Because I do believe this is where the work is about to start. And I am not ready for it. Well, we've got a little group reconstituted here. That's nice. It's good to see. Yep, getting ready for the backside of Box Hill. I believe it's the steeper side, guys, if I'm correct, right? Based on how I'm feeling, I'll probably do 2.5 to 3 watts a kilo. Keep it below threshold for the first effort. And then hopefully, if my legs wake up by then, I'll do a harder effort up Box Hill, because I am definitely much more familiar with that one. I think it's about a 8 or 9 minute effort for me. So I sort of know how to pace that. There we go. I want to lose the group. Once we start the climbing, guys, I'm going to have to be a little quiet. I'm going to need every breath. And probably the Lord's help, too, at that. We're yo-yoing here now. Another kilometer or two, and we'll be hitting the climb. Oh, look at this. We might catch a group. Amazing. Don't know how much good that's going to do us. Getting ready to cross the river here. Probably 1 more kilometer, I'm guessing. Maybe 2. Don't quite see the bridge yet. I'm already doing 160 beats a minute. Yikes. One more chance at a power up. Look, we've got a website joining us today. Hey, I got a power up. I better use it now. It's about the only time it's going to make sense. Okay. All right, here it comes. Here comes the fun. Anybody know what the name of the reverse hill is? I'm guessing it's probably not called Box Hill. Anybody have any ideas? I do not. Have to check it out on Strava afterwards, I guess. All right. Yep, warm-up's over. So true, Mr. Waterhouse. We go down the escalator, and then I'm guessing a left turn at the roundabout. They're stretching it out here. They are in a hurry to get started. We'll be off the railroad tracks soon. Watch out for the plywood. All right. Here we go. Starting at the front, but won't be there long, I'm guessing. We'll see. This is not the official start yet. All right, almost there. Still not the official start, I think. Oddly enough. Let's see. Still got a few gears left. I think we're good. Oh, are we going up a? I'm confused. Okay, yeah, this is still Box Hill. That's right, to the right. After the left splits to the right. Otherwise, we'd be going up the backside of Leaf, right? There it is. That monster. I believe it's steeper on this side, guys, if you're looking to do this a little bit later. time to breathe. Foxhill. Foxhill, that's what it's called. There's the TT bike. Alright, gotta switch chain rings. Oh no. Uh-oh, guys. Come on. Alright, we got a problem here. Let's see. There we go. Well, there goes all that momentum. Alright, we'll try something right about here, maybe? If I can keep it steady. Okay. think we just saw our leader head down the hill, or one of the leaders. Got a big gap to close. Not going to close it down. Maybe that's the top. Nope. Not quite. Thank you. All right. Okay. Undress. All right, time for a break. Okay. I'll tell you, much deserved break. It didn't even register those watts. Wow, all the watts I just did didn't even register. All right. It's going to be over soon. We do get a little lap around the Classique, I think, before we head back up at least. All right, let's see here. What's it flat now? 7. Okay, good. Still got a little bit left. A little bit left. Oh, not anymore. I don't think I can do this anymore. I think I've used it all up. And there we go. Okay, break's over. Little tiny splinter groups now. We've put a good bit of time ahead of the folks behind us, so hopefully we won't get caught. Okay, I'm ready to start the escalator. We got plenty of groups coming the other way now. Looks like those groups stay together better. All right. I think I'm going to regroup with these guys. Maybe. If they keep up. Looks like they may be spent, those folks. Crowder's still got some energy though. Trying to push it hard. All right, here we come. These guys are catching up from behind. I guess they don't want any tag-alongs. Okay. I'll take the mantle. Looks like everybody's behind me now. Okay. There we go. Group's getting a little faster. It's good. Sure. I'll help out a little bit on the front. Or maybe not. Warhood, I think, is a little bit of a newbie. Let me just explain. One thing you don't really ever do in Zwift is stop pedaling. It's the same thing. In Zwift, it's the same thing as putting on the brakes. You get a little bit of grace if you're going downhill because they do have that super tuck. But aside from that, if you're on flat ground and you stop pedaling, you end up way back there. So just be careful, guys. All right. Need to get this heart rate down again. Too much game playing here in this little group. This is supposed to be a rest break. Crowder's trying to get the sprint jersey. Just kidding. They just took off, that's all. There. Guess I gotta do the same thing. Well, Crowder might be quitting. Be nice to catch these two guys. Especially when one of them is called a Roadrunner. Oh, did you see that big group? Man, that would have been nice to be a part of. Okay, group of 5 potentially. It's not bad. If I can hang with them. How many big groups we got chasing us? Let's see. There's a decent group right there. Okay, that's a decent group. If I can get my heart rate down enough, I might be able to help. Moon's out tonight in Zwift. Oh, man. Box Hill is going to be a blast. I can tell. Don't think I'm really going to get any useful recovery here. Woo, flying. I am so tired, guys. Definitely did not have the endurance today. All right, here we go again. Thank you, Alice Roberts. I appreciate it. Thank you, Louise Cruz, in the chat. Appreciate it. This is going to be the hardest 10 minutes I've had in a while. Sorry, guys. I just broke the draft. My bad. Oh, well. Yep. Oh, well. Sorry about that. All right. We're back together. Only 9 kilometers left. 9 painful kilometers. Thank you. Thank you for the ride on. All right, here goes. I gotta stand up to start with here. right, switching to the small chain. All right. Unboxing. Okay. See how I did. 10:51. Okay. Reasonable. Okay. Man. Here comes the group behind. I'm not going to be able to catch them probably. 2. We'll catch up to them. Maybe not. Not quite. Unfortunately. Nope. Okay, guys. Let's group up. Well, that's not much of a group. He's pulling me really good. I'm sorry, guys. I need what little energy I have left for the finish. No pulling on the downhills. None. If this guy's smart, he'd do the same as me. Almost to the bottom. Got a group catching up here. Or just one person, actually. They may or may not catch up. I don't know. I guess they're going to catch up. No, that person's way not going to be able to catch him. Oh, I see. They just wanted to catch, get a little ahead of us. Or whatever. Good for them. All right, we're almost at the finish, guys. Finally catching my breath. 2 kilometers to go. This is not a race. Okay. 3 amigos. Okay. Think they're going to sprint it? Thank you. I don't know if they're going to sprint it. We'll see. Hope not. Hopefully we have a friendly finish. In fact, I'll do this. To keep it friendly. Maybe. Ooh, I was wrong. Somebody's going for it. Okay. Ah. All right. Well, Zwift squeezed every last little bit of effort out of me today. All right. Well, here starts a lengthy recovery, cool down. Guys, I'll see you on the next one. Whew. All right. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy the remainder of your weekend. Take care and finish strong. See ya.